Hey guys, Big 8L here, and today I'm going to explain the concept of a RTS game. So the way RTS games work when you play with other people is you each spawn with one of these. This is a command center. It is your main base. Each of you spawn with one on opposite corners of the map, and they can produce workers. Workers are these little guys. They're different for each race. Um, they essentially have the same stats, but there's little differences, but it doesn't really matter. Essentially, this makes these guys make you money and build you stuff, and you use the buildings that you build with the workers to make units and upgrades to kill your opponent on the opposite side. You win by destroying all of your opponent's buildings, technically. But what actually happens is they give up once it becomes obvious that you're going to win. That's generally how it goes, just to not waste time of making you kill everything. Um, but you can do whatever you want to to kill them as the after the game starts. You have the same stuff, and then you can do whatever you want. You can make more money per second if you want. If you want to try and build a big army, you can just try and kill them immediately. You can do anything. The problem is to try and just play for a long time and not kill them immediately. You need to know what's going on. And when you first start the game, you don't know what's going on. So what you have to do to win a game at the beginning of playing RTS games is you need to pick an attack time and just go. Just make a bunch of units and just attack them as soon as you can. Because if you give them a long time, they'll probably make better stuff than you. There are many, many builds online. I will make specific guides to these. They're not super complex, but they'll be explained in more depth. But essentially, RTSs are just you start with this so you can make money, and then you make units to go kill their units. Um, and then if you kill all their units, you win. It's pretty simple. It's just a war game. Um, but the economy management and fighting happens at the same time because it's in real time, obviously, rather than a turn-based strategy game. So I have to build the rest of my facilities and train units and control the units at the same time. So the skill ceiling in this game is very, very high. That doesn't matter when you first start, obviously, because the people aren't going to be on the skill ceiling. The skill floor is very, very low in this game, I would say also. Pretty much, if you've never played an RTS game, you're just not going to know what to do. So, what I would recommend to win when you don't understand the game very well is just make a bunch of units and then just go attack. I made 4 production facilities here, and if you make 4 production facilities, it's normally worth it to get a couple units out of each of them because of how much money you've invested in the buildings themselves. So we're just going to make a couple units out of all of these, and then we're just going to go attack them. And this will be a very quick example of how a game goes. You just, you had money, you went over here, you're still making money constantly. You want to keep it about as spent as you can, but it doesn't really matter. Just make a bunch of units, and then once you're like, yeah, that's a lot of units, there's this thing called attack move, and it makes them walk to wherever you click to and attack everything, so you just attack to the back of the enemy base. You can just kind of watch your guys go kill things. It's pretty fun. This is a bot. This is not a real person, and thus it's very easy to just kill it. But you can control these guys. You can be like, run away if it's going to be a bad fight. You can set up surrounds around people and make them attack from all angles. It gets very in depth, but it doesn't have to be. It can be very simple. If I had just clicked attack move to the back, I would have killed everything. Um, so obviously you think, how do you even play a full game? And that just comes with time. You have to play against people doing stuff, and as you learn what kills you when you do something, you can learn how to adapt. One of the most important things in games like this is to think about why you lost, so you can change what you do next time, so you can be prepared for how to die, how you died. And that's how you learn how to play long games, is you learn how to survive all these attacks that people do to you. But there'll always be new ones, and you can always think of one. I thought of one and made it to Diamond like 2 years ago without knowing how to do, like, build anything. I just saw someone do something and emulated it. Basically, the coolest thing about this game is that there's a whole lot of variety in what you can do. The sandbox is huge, and pro players have shown how to do it. You just try and copy them. It's really fun. Um, but that's what an RTS game is. You just start with a building that produces workers, and then the workers can build buildings, and then buildings build units, which you use to kill the enemy units and buildings, and then you have defeated the enemy and you win. Obviously, it's very interesting, very fun, very hard at the end, but very easy at the beginning if you just understand how to make a even relatively reasonable army and just attack across the map with it. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. I'll be making further guides on specifically StarCraft 2 and the races later. Love y'all. See you later.